They had to wait a little bit longer, but the fans are about to see the start. We're racing in Michigan.
Lined up on that inside. Pretty good organization on both lines. Look at the push to 54 is giving Ross Chastain down into turn 1. Ross going to slide up in front of the 20 and take his air away and clear for the lead.
Ty Gibbs had made the comment, I'm going to push my teammate into turn 1. Well, his teammate wasn't in front of him, so he pushed the 1 of Ross Chastain, and Chastain now out in front of this field.
Martin Truex Jr. flew down into turn 3, taking away 4th spot from his teammate Ty Gibbs. Here comes Chase Elliott down 3 wide on his teammate.
Well, I think Chase Elliott just answered a question I was going to ask. How aggressive are you early on a racetrack that just got cleared off of the rain?
Here comes Truex again. I think you got to be aggressive on all the restarts, Rick. It's a great opportunity, really the best chance to pass a lot of cars if your car's capable of doing that. Buescher back hard on the outside, going to try to make it tough on Truex. He's going to clear him off of turn 4.
And a run for Buescher now. He closes the gap between himself and Christopher Bell. What will he do with that momentum as they go into 1?
They're right on top of that 1 car down into turn 1 as we're watching the racing back in the pack. Truex back to the bottom.
And now he's out front leading laps here at Michigan as once again Martin Truex Jr. trying that low line, and he's going to clear the 17.
Yeah, he cleared him that time. He was able to carry a ton of speed into turn 3. Just wrap that white line on the bottom. Able to go back to the throttle quicker and clear him.
Martin Truex Jr. trying to get by the 20 now.
I'd say at 19 looks like the best car on the racetrack. All the Toyotas were quick when practice. Ty Gibbs back there trying to take a spot as well. Joe Gibbs racing, trying to work their way forward. See Bell trying to hang on to that spot, can't do it.
Caution just coming out as Kyle Busch was on the inside of Ryan Blaney. And as Ryan Blaney was going by, Kyle Busch went around. Take a look.
Kyle down to the bottom of the racetrack and just up the racetrack into the door of the 12, and that brings him right around.
Just 2 guys racing hard for position. See right here, Kyle has forward momentum. Feels like he can get up the racetrack. Starts up the racetrack. That contact you spoke about just gets him turned around. And contact in the wall. Not sure how much damage it is.
I'm surprised by that because we've seen a lot of cars using that bottom groove and being pretty stable. But he went in the turn and the car just looked like it come out from under him and just had to chase it up the track. And unfortunately, he chased it up into the 12. And
back underway, short a car, and Kyle Busch in the garage as we see a big push from the 17 of Buescher, as well as the 9 of Chase Elliott pushing that front row, but it works best for Martin Truex Jr. A big wreck for Chase Elliott. It looked like the right rear had come down and up into the wall. He went.
Yeah, you can see, watch how quickly this race car comes around. You can see everything felt good, and then immediately it went around. Big hit for Chase Elliott. Watch the sparks fly out from underneath this car. See right there, right rear tire came apart, and he's along for the ride right now.
He was a team that decided to not come to pit road, but I don't think anyone expected to have any sort of tire issues. This is the same right side tire we've run here in Michigan before. You mentioned it, just a big, big rear impact, very square on the rear bumper. And you see the back of this car, unlike last year, you see some deformation. You see right there, the back of the car has squeezed into the rear glass. Still a huge hit, but it's good to see the car take some of the impact.
6 laps to go in stage 1. Gibbs, Keselowski, Suarez, 5 drivers that did not come to pit road and haven't been there yet. Look at them spread out, 4 wide.
The winner right now at all this is Bubba Wallace up into second place. Ty Gibbs as well sitting there in third. Suarez trying to get into the top 5 here. All 3 of those drivers right around the cut line needing these stage points.
Suarez coming back on the inside, but Martin Truex Jr. runs away, and he's going to win stage 1.
Car in the wall, off turn 4, Rick. Car in the wall, I think it's the 24, William Byron. Hard contact.
Byron slow on the track now. The caution comes out for the end of the stage, as well as the 24 of Byron.
He was running 9th and just shot into the wall. I don't know if there was contact from another car.
I saw the same thing, Dale, right? It was the 11 of Denny Hamlin, the 7 and the 24. Let's take a look at it, exactly what happens. Oh, a big wiggle.
Ran out of racetrack and got into the wall.
Been able to get on the low side of the 48, but just not able to get up alongside of him. Right here, though, look at him trying to side draft just a little bit. It's going to be able to pull him up alongside. Bowman's going to come down the racetrack, try to do the same thing. Going to be able to race off into turn 1. Oh, Christopher Bell's spinning.
And will he collect anyone? He gets into the wall. Caution comes out. Bell fighting for the lead. Spins on his own, and into the wall he goes.
He was trying to drive.
We're rolling, guys.
He was trying to drive into turn 1, just take the line away, right? And the 48 of Bowman was not having it. 2 drivers going for the same piece of racetrack. Denny Hamlin fast approaching on both those drivers. I don't know if that disrupted the air around either one of them, but just 2 guys wanting to maintain that lead.
I'm pretty sure it's killed.
And that clean air.
It's so unique to this racetrack for some reason. Watch Christopher Bell drives, to the door, kind of overdrives a little bit as he enters the corner. Watch this right here. So the 48 gets a run. Bell up the racetrack trying to take the line away, and again, a little bit of contact, really close together, and around he goes. And we haven't been seeing this with this car. This is very unique. Normally when these cars get side by side, there isn't a problem with the inside car, but today, with this tire, this racetrack, it has been a challenge for drivers. We've seen this multiple times, and I just think it's catching them by surprise.
Brad Keselowski also in that 6, right in front of Austin Dillon. And caution has come out. We'll see if that's for NASCAR. And precipitation. Don't see anyone spun around on the racetrack, so we believe this is for weather. We're going to try it again. Over 19 hours of red flag and about ready to get the green flag here in Michigan. 81 laps are complete of a 200-lap race, 119 still to go. 38 will be remaining in stage 2. Green flag is back in the air. Top 2, door to door as they come out of 2.
Even with 2 off to the 23. Still hanging at your door.
Bubba Wallace to the inside here, 3 wide down the back straightaway. He's going to clear into the lead.
A huge run for Bubba Wallace, and he takes the lead at Michigan. Brad Keselowski in the 6 trying the same move on the bottom of the racetrack.
Here comes Martin Truex Jr. back on the outside. Big run down the back, down the front straightaway on that outside line. Brad Keselowski trying to hold him up as much as possible.
Denny Hamlin in the 11 also running that lower line. Eric Jones has fallen back to 5th or 6th now.
Here comes Eric Jones. Going to drive to the inside here, 3 wide down the back straightaway.
Keselowski blocking him all the way down to that white line, but Jones makes the pass on both of them.
And Brad's still stuck on the inside of the 2 car here.
Right, you burn so much more fuel, Steve, when you're out front leading the race than you do further back in the pack. So leading is great, but it's also a penalty for your fuel.
Yeah, I mean, basically, you're pushing the air. I mean, the 19 would like to have clean air in the corners, but right here down the straightaway, the 19, it's like following a tractor trailer down the interstate. The 23's breaking the air. He's kind of just towing along with them.
See Eric Jones closing in on this lead battle in that 43 car. They're having an incredible run today.
Hearing on the radio, the 11 was told that he's good on fuel, so we'll see if he'll take advantage of that as Truex going for the lead now, goes to the bottom, and he'll be out front.
Guess who heard that Hamlin was good on fuel? That was the 19 of Truex. Hamlin's 5 positions back, and he knows, you know, it's kind of this cat and mouse game. Who turns the wick up first, right? Well, Martin Truex Jr. has decided that he's now going to lead, and that blue car is going to get smaller out the front windshield of Bubba Wallace.
We have a caution for the 41.
Yeah, the 41 in turn 2 looks like he might have got up into the wall, and you see a lot of damage on the back of that car. He was running 23rd.
I think he's all right damage-wise. I believe he just got a right rear tire going down. He recognized that right away.
And then he can't get the car going. Don't know if it's stalled in the stall, and now it won't move any further. So, wow. Denny Hamlin with some issues, who had one of the better cars here, as the team watches helplessly as Denny sits on pit road.
You see it's not running with the flames coming out of the headers there.
So now he's trying to get this thing cranked up. There's nothing the team could do. They could go get him and push him back into the stall. Probably switching through and resetting the ECU, the electronic, or the engine control unit. It's electronic. There it is, fired off, but damage already done. 11 of Denny Hamlin came in running 5th. Everyone didn't come to pit road, but of the cars that did, he will be the last off.
Not enough help for Suarez on that inside line, but he dives in very deep.
Got a car up almost in the wall here, the 3 of Austin Dillon.
Almost wonder if he had a tire going down or something.
They stay side by side. Suarez went really deep into turn 1 and now into turn 3, and he's going to clear the 23. Suarez leading in Michigan.
You mentioned that issue on pit road is now true. That's what makes this 19 so good. Not only does it roll the middle of the corner, but then look at this, Junior. He can carry enough exit speed from the bottom to pull up in lane and start catching the 5 car in front of him.
He's the only one that can just slice up through the field like that. Everybody else is a dogfight. Truex he just turns underneath guys and is able to have the grip and just roll right by them. I don't see anybody else that has the ability to do what he can do.
No, that'd be a chat I'd have to have with my driver to be like, hey man, look, that's not around a wedge or a shot click away. Whatever he has, we're gonna have to go home and work on, because that's not just car balance.
One higher.
Daniel Suarez leading this stage. Remember, he came in 34 points behind that cut line out of the playoffs. Got 5 stage points in stage 1, and now looking to win this stage. This could be a huge day for Daniel.
They got that 19 car Truex all over the back of him now.
Look at the 19. He came to pit road on lap 102, and now look at this. The possibility exists he could win the stage.
Daniel needs to recognize that that 19 car is just faster. And how aggressive do you get right here? Don't overdrive this thing. Even if you get 8 stage points instead of 10, it's still a huge gain.
Here comes Truex high on the high side. Daniel's going to squeeze him. Truex to the inside down the front straightaway.
Tries to side draft him, and he'll do it. Truex is going to win the stage. What a run for the 19 team. Sweep stage 1 and 2.
That was pretty good racing.
My goodness. Ryan Blaney pushing Buescher, and the 21 of Harrison Burton pushing Reddick. And look at Harvick up here as well in that orange number 4.
Harvick's been able to make that top groove work. I've watched him back in traffic using some of that resin. Oh, we got a crash down the back straightaway. Looks like Alex Bowman's around.
Yeah, big contact there. Alex Bowman slammed into the side of another car too. So he may have had some contact from someone else, but Bowman goes around, and now 3 of the Hendrick cars have been involved with issues.
Yeah, and Alex Bowman was trying to climb his way back into this playoff conversation with points.
There's the 38. It's gonna get squeezed into the wall right there.
By Michael McDowell, teammate.
And I believe the 48 may have gotten contact from the left rear.
Yeah, maybe his teammate.
Maybe.
The 5, possibly. Take another look.
So top of the screen, 38's coming up off the corner. Oh, the 2 did not know they were 3 wide. Shoves McDowell into his teammate, and then, yeah, Bowman gets contact from, I believe, the 14.
21 pushing Reddick as we see Ross Chastain jump out of line, making it 3 wide into turn 1.
So Reddick cleared. Now he's up in that outside line. Harrison Burton stuck on the bottom. Can he get behind Harvick? Does not feel like he can slide in there. That would have been an extremely aggressive move. And look at what happens. The outside line just starts piling up on you.
Even down the back straightaway into 3. I think Truex easily drives into the corner. Takes the spot away. Now he's 3 seconds back, a little more than 3 seconds back to Reddick and Buescher out front. Let's see how quickly, if he can run them down.
I think that's why there's 17 and 45. They don't want to come early because being low on fuel, they actually have a little bit, less total weight on board. So they have taken that 4.5 second gap, as you see on the left side of your screen, and stretched it out to 5.6 seconds over the 19.
We see on the lower left corner, it said pit window is open, and it looks like the 17 and 45 both coming.
Oh, and a problem for Tyler Reddick, who had just jumped the 17 on pit road, and another tire for Tyler Reddick, the right rear there. Man, they have had so many issues on pit road, and he has a wheel coming off here, Kim.
And Marty, you called it perfectly. Right rear tire going down. Absolutely devastating after getting the lead off of pit road. You see the crew there on the back of the car having a little bit of trouble there. So big issues for Tyler Reddick and this team.
I think the 17 is going to easily bypass him with just overall speed. The question is, where will the gap be? The 19 is left. He's on the apron. He's at speed. The 17 is going to love to see this. He's going to go by the 19. Now Truex up through the gears. Try to blend as early as possible on the banking. It was 6 seconds. It is definitely less than 6. The 19 closed the gap. 39 to go. There's your rabbit. Martin Truex Jr., if you want to win at Michigan, you got to run that 17 down.
Looked at it, and then hesitated. It didn't back it. Unacceptable. I couldn't agree more, man. I'm sorry you're in this spot again. So just run some laps, take care of it, finish up.
Matt McCall running him as far as he could. Looks like just a 2-tire stop for Keselowski and fuel to be able to make it to the end.
Driving with one eye in the mirror and one eye out the front windshield, trying to be able to go wherever he can to take air away, make it difficult for the 19 car, Truex. Truex has been using the bottom here. Christopher Buescher's been doing a good job of shading that way.
See Buescher having to block because Truex did get a run.
Yeah.
It got him some forward momentum, but not enough to get alongside of Buescher.
The 17 going to be able to block it. Truex is there. He's going to be side by side off the corner.
Here comes Truex down the backstretch.
Truex going to try to bury him down into turn 3. So is the 17.
Little side drafting, and will he be able to clear him?
He does it.
There's a car in front. That's the 34 of McDowell. Now, who will use that car? As the side draft happens again, Martin Truex Jr. surging ahead as he pulled the 17 back. Now the 17 side drafts him back.
Still here. Clear, huh?
Whoa, the 19's coming up the track a little bit. He's loose. He
Had to get out of the gas.
Oh, my goodness.
You saw the fire come out of the pipes of the 19 car. That's when he lifted off the throttle. And now Buescher's driving away. That's a big gap that Truex is going to have to earn back. But now Buescher knows the weakness. Now Buescher knows no matter what, if the 19 gets underneath me, I'm going to put my door on his door because he is loose underneath.
Nobody's been able to drive down into turn 1 on the inside with success, and Truex had to try it. He had no other choice, but just that's been a low percentage move all race long, and you can see the back of the car step out. Does a good job of saving it.
Martin Truex Jr. has closed the gap. He is definitively the fastest car on the racetrack now, as he has got the sights set on the 17 of Buescher. He's seen this before. Can he figure out how to get by him?
The balance in the 17 car really struggling. He's trying to break the draft down the straightaways.
Drivers, how do you get by him?
Truex has tried everything. You know, right there, he sent it in. I mean, he just sent that thing in the corner. A deep drive into it, and he netted out. Although he got slow in the center of the corner, it helped him. So he learned something right there. Let's see if he does it again.
Down the back stretch, they'll only do it one more time as they go through 3 and 4. The gap still right around 2.5 tenths.
Truex now trying the high side. It's cost him a little bit in the corner, but a little bit of speed down the straightaway, just not enough.
Lock him into one, though.
1 lap to go, presented by Credit One Bank. There's been 6 last lap passes here at Michigan. Will this be number 7? Or can Chris Buescher hang on and go back-to-back after winning on a short track a week ago? What will the 19 try?
3 to the bottom.
Down to the bottom of the racetrack he goes. He's closed the gap. Off of turn 4. Buescher is going to do it. He goes back-to-back. He'll win in Michigan.
Hell yeah, guys! Hell yeah! Oh my God, I can't believe that! Holy crap! Great job! Great job!
Hi, I'm Parker Kligerman. For more access like this from Pit Road, be sure to click and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel.